day I wake up, it's getting more like either kill or be killed. I walk in this smoke and keep it real. I'ma do it if nobody else gonna do it. See it if nobody else gonna see it. Every time I close my eyes, I convince myself every day like this shit not real. Like, how the fuck I've been asleep for so long? How the pain run deep for so long? They just keep us in the street for so long. And I can't even get myself for so long. So don't look at me smoke every tea. Keep on choke, cause the rain, man, this shit ain't no joke. We'll never lose hope, cause we tap in. Stuck in the wheel, the system got a strap in. Ain't fuck the hope, we gon' get it out the back end. And how the fuck I've been asleep for so long? How the pain run deep for so long? I've been feeling like this for so long. How could you be sleep? Sound in your face, you ain't gotta reach. All you gotta do is listen to me pipe down. I'm about to teach, peace in the air. I'm about to preach, running the skin like the man that had a dream about from a boy to a man to a king. Man, this feeling in the bells about to ring. More EINs than LLCs for the family trees. And the picture that you'll be more proud of me. Since I'm planting some seeds, I'm thinking for three. I got some meanings, I'm on my God, the evil. But they move a mojo like Austin. DNA, unlikely. Producing the product for profit. Just being honest, they want being honest. I like the comments, she slow us down. This hey, she is waiting to come out comments. Even some stress to get places some money. For real. I'ma do it if nobody else gonna do it. See it if nobody else gonna see it. Every time I close my eyes, I convince myself every day like this shit not real. Like, how the fuck I've been asleep for so long? How the pain run deep for so long? They just keep us in the street for so long.
Top X Hebrews.
We'll never lose hope cause we tap in, stuck in the wheel, the system got a strap in.
Purity and becoming one, family.
How the pain run deep for so long? I been feeling like this for so long. I forget all the shit that they told me. Come to think about it, I don't even think I know me. All my people getting shot by the police. Could have been me, so I'ma let my soul speak. For the ones who came, for the ones who lost. These niggas cross their own people just to be a boss. I'm choosing love with the evil eye never cross. And all my people shit get deeper when you're finding out. All of the sticks so you think because it's coming out. If I can change your pain, you can have it all. Talking some time by the time on the black screen. Fuck Trump, fuck Franklin, fuck a vaccine. Cause I'm going full speed, gotta kiss me. Riding to the wheels fall, my friend gotta X me. And the motor is to play like controllers. Ain't no fear now, can't be shaking like a soda. Tell myself that I'm tripping. Truth hit hard like a nigga get a whooping. Nigga, I'm too solid, hell nah, I ain't tripping. MJ status now, nigga, I ain't tripping. Breaking news now, nigga, straight from the gutter. Spin straight face, nigga,
Top X Hebrews. Purity and becoming one. Hope all is well, fam. We are coming back to finish up the video from the other day. This is part 2, family. I'm not telling you what to think. I'm showing you information. You do with it what you will. Hit the like button as you enter the door, Hebrew. Come on in. Get your favorite beverage, your favorite snackarooskies. Whatever it is you like to snack on or drink on, munch on, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Right now, I'm doing the 30 days of fruit. Okay, that's what I'm on. And family, this is mind-blowing information, family. It's something about the human brain. Once you see reality, once you see the truth, it's something about the human brain that will never be the same, whether you decide to act on it or not. What I'm bringing out right now is factual, family. This is part 2. If you haven't watched the first part, you're going to want to watch that, okay? And if you want to go back and watch that first, or if you just want to watch this part 2 right here, then go back and watch it. Because sometimes I know one of the reasons why I do this live is so that we can congregate and chop it up amongst each other in live time. So if you would just want to watch this part, if you haven't seen part 1, it's all good. But I definitely encourage you to go back and watch part 1, okay, of this video reaction. We all reacting to it together. We're all watching this together. It's called Our Boys, the Bible's Ultimate Sacrifice. We're reacting to this video. I'm not telling nobody what to think. You guys are going to think and process information at whatever level of understanding that the Most High is giving you. And that's how this is going to go, family. But I'm telling you, the more and more I dig, the more and more I search and study, I am becoming completely appalled at what I'm finding. In case, like I said, in case this is your first time seeing this video, you didn't see part 1. Part 1 was all about the sickness, and I mean the pervertedness, sexual sickness that we've all been brought under, the lies, the idolatry, the blood sacrifice, the getting you to sexually assault yourself. I don't care who says it. I don't care where you're getting it from. If you think that the Most High God wants you to sexually assault yourself, sexually mutilate and mangle yourself, something that he created in his image, if you think that you are to do bodily harm to yourself to prove to the Most High your loyalty, I'm telling you, Hebrew, you haven't understood yet that the Torah is going east and west at the same time. And until you acknowledge that, you are going to be stuck at a crossroads. You're not going to be able to move at all, because you're going to have to recognize this. Do you guys actually think that the Most High wants you to sexually assault yourself, to felony assault yourself by viciously cutting off any part of your penis? And I know what somebody's going to say. This is evil. You're teaching people against circumcision. I'm teaching you against bleeding yourself out. I'm teaching you that the Most High God, you actually think that he requires you to hack off a part of your penis to show obedience. And you know why you think that? The same reason I thought it, because it's written in the Old Testament. The covenant of circumcision, the deal that the Most High made with Abraham, where he's telling you to cut off a part of your penis. And you know what? We've never actually sat down and combed through the scriptures meticulously. We was able to figure out the New Testament stuff and how most of that is a hoax, but nobody wants to touch the topic that the Torah has been viciously edited. And now the Torah is going east and west. There is a God in the Torah telling you that to serve him, you got to hack off a part of your penis. We're not going to dress it up. I could use much harsh language than that. But there is a God in the Old Testament telling you a part of the deal with him, you have to sexually assault yourself. I don't care what anybody says. Cutting off a perfectly good penis, there's nothing wrong with your penis when you're born. You're created in God's image. But because your enemies know that you don't question anything written in your law, that's why they put that in there. And if you can't see it, Hebrew, pray to the Most High and ask him, Most High, is it necessary for me to sexually assault myself? That's what you're doing. I'm not going to make excuses for something wicked just because it's in the Bible. That is sexual assault, sexual abuse, and it's a blood sacrifice. And just like animal sacrifices are not accepted, your penis sacrifice is not accepted, because that's what you're doing. You're sacrificing part of your penis. I don't care if you had your whole penis whacked off or not. Whacking off any part of your penis is not prohibited. But there is a God in the Old Testament telling you you got to cut off part of your penis. I don't care who likes this. This is reality. You sexually assaulted yourself. You felony assaulted yourself. You committed a sex crime. You committed a blood sacrifice, child torture. Many of us had our penises whacked when we were children. Again, you didn't even give consent, but this wicked ass kingdom we in convinced your parents that hacking off a part of your penis is good for hygiene. And if that doesn't convince you, well, then the church people will say, look at Abraham. Abraham hacked off a part of his penis. He proved his loyalty to the Most High by sexually mutilating himself. I do not care who doesn't like this. Once you see this, you can't unsee it. Two different powers speaking in the Torah. Half the Torah is going east, half the Torah is going west. That's why most of us don't got all of our penis out there. Are you hearing me, Hebrew? This is serious. Do you know part of your brain is in the tip of your penis? I bet you didn't know that, Hebrew. Of course you wouldn't know that. How would you? You never looked into it. You didn't have a chance to look into it. They whacked your penis when you were an infant, strapped you down into a damn torture device, got both of your legs and arms going in different ways while you're screaming for your life while they are sexually mutilating you, sexually torturing you, sacrificing a part of your penis to whatever God they giving your penis skin to. Oh, they don't just throw your dick away. And excuse my French, I'm fucking pissed off right now because I know part of my emotions, part of my brain, part of my ability to sense, react, and think and create was taken away when they took away the most sensitive part of your body. Of course you didn't know, Hebrew. How would you know? You were a damn infant. And they were already trying to sacrifice your little ass. That's what they really wanted to do. They wanted to kill you for real. They wanted to sacrifice your whole body. But that will cause too much of an upheaval, particularly in America. Because please believe it, just like they're still sacrificing inanimate animals, these sick, filthy, stinking, heathen, pagan, Gentile dogs are also sacrificing children, just like they used to. And they've convinced us to sacrifice animals. They've convinced us into human sacrifice, and they've convinced us into penis sacrifice. I don't care who likes this. You're going to sexually mutilate yourself, sexually attack yourself. That is a felony assault that they're doing on you when you're a child. Whoever cut off your penis should be thrown in prison, maybe even killed. I don't care who likes this. You're going to face the facts. Two different gods talking in the Torah. The Torah is going east and west. You're either going to deal with it or not. And I kid you not, I don't have any children right now. But if I did give birth to a son, I would tell the doctors, chop my son's penis off if you want. I'm going to put your ass to death. I'm not going to allow anybody to sacrifice my son's penis. And these damn perverted Gentiles got all kind of gods and idols out there. You know where your penis skin went to? To the penis god. I do not care who likes this. I'm done just following something just because it's written in a book. I know my filthy, stinking enemies put me in captivity and everything that I had, including the Torah. Ain't none of us ever seen a real Torah. You all seen copies and translations just like me. And many of you won't face the reality. The Torah is going east and west. Part of the Torah is telling you human sacrifice will save you, JC. Part of the Torah is telling you sacrificing innocent animals is the way. Part of the Torah is telling you chop off a part of your penis that God gave you, that there's nothing wrong with, but God wants you to sexually mutilate, mangle, and assault yourself to prove your loyalty to him. He wants you to shed the blood from your penis. He wants you to have excruciating torture and pain on the most sensitive part of your body, which he created in his own image. But you need to cut part of it off, though, just because. And you never even question it. And guess what? Anybody who doesn't want to question sexually mangling and mutilating yourself, guess what? This channel is not for you. If you want to continue to bring harm to innocent animals, if you want to continue to do harm to humans, because anybody with a brain, I don't care if you want to use the Torah to justify it, anyone with a brain knows that whacking off any part of your penis for no reason I mean, no reason. There is nothing wrong with your penis. But they've convinced you, even put it in your law, to chop off a part of your penis as allegiance to God. Well, what God is that? What God is that? But you still don't see the Torah going east and west. Family, we're going to play this song one more time. Give it a few minutes for some Hebrews to come up in here. Then I'm going to bring out a few scriptures to put to bed the sexual mutilation of your penis. And then we're going to watch the second half of the documentary, Our Boys, the Bible's Ultimate Sacrifice. Hit the like button as you enter the door. If you're not subscribed, subscribe to the channel. And if you are not prepared to question everything that you thought you knew, I'm telling you right now, Hebrew, click off of this video right now. This video is not for you, because if you watch this video, the way the human brain works, once you hear the unadulterated, uncut truth, it's something about the human brain. You'll never be the same. You are going to question everything that you thought you knew, or everything that you thought was true. If you don't want to have to reevaluate your beliefs and your stance, I'm giving you a chance right now. Click off of this video, please. This channel is not for you. I don't want to make you think anything. I'm bringing forth information, okay? I don't care who likes this. If you do like the truth and you're not afraid of real, raw, uncut, unfettered, uncensored, unpackaged truth, if you're not afraid of that, if you are not afraid to nosedive into the rabbit hole of truth, hit the like button and subscribe. We're going to play this song one more again to see if any other Hebrews come up in here. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. Let's go, Hebrew. Hit the like button, share this video with somebody. You are going to question everything that you thought you knew after you watch this. I promise you. And if you don't want to question it, don't watch this video, because this video is going to force you to question it. Sexually mutilating yourself, sacrificing a part of your penis, sacrificing the blood from your body, torturing yourself. This is a Gentile custom, family.
Your thoughts and your feelings and emotions are very real. Every day I wake up.
King David. King David says, Top X just got home. Definitely about to cool off. Hopefully I don't sleep being in these heat for 10 hours. Yeah, King David, that's a long stretch in that heat, brother. Hey, brother, I hope you're drinking your water out there, King David. Please stay hydrated, brother. Drink your water. When you eat your fruits, try to eat fruits that got a lot of water in them so you stay hydrated, because it is hot out there. Not only for brother King David, all of you Hebrews out there. Summertime is here. Hebrews, drink your water. Eat your fruits that have a lot of water in it so that you get food and hydration. And hit the like button while you're at it, Hebrew. I'm telling you, Hebrew, if you don't want to question reality, don't watch this video right here. We're going to get into it after this song. We'll never lose hope, cause we tapped in, stuck in the wheel, the system got us strapped in. Ain't gonna go, we gon' get it out the back end. Like how the fuck I've been asleep for so long? How the pain run deep for so long? I've been feeling like this for so long. How could you sleep, standing in your face, you ain't gotta reach. All you gotta do is listen to me pipe down. I'm about to teach, peace in the air. I'm about to preach, letting it scare. The man that had a dream about from a boy to a man to a king. Man, with this feeling of the bells about to ring. More EINs than LLCs for the family trees. And the picture of a little more product for me. Since I'm planting some seeds, I'm taking for 3. I got some enemies, I'm on my Dr. Evil. But they want more mojo like Austin. DNA unlocking. Producing the product for profit. Just being honest, J1 been honest. I like the comment, she slow astonished. Patiently waiting to come on comments. Even some stress to get back to some money. For real.
I'ma do it if nobody else gonna do it. Say it if nobody else gonna see it.
Top X Hebrew.
Every day like the shit not real. Like, how the fuck I've been a street for so long? How the pain run for so long? They done killed us in the street for so long. And I couldn't even be myself for so long. So don't walk in there, smoke, guaranteed you gon' choke. Cause it's raining, man, this shit ain't no joke. But we'll never lose hope, cause we tapped in, stuck in, and we'll do the system, got us strapped in. Ain't gonna go, we gon' get it.
Hope all is well out there with you, Hebrews. Hebrews, this is another heavy bag session right here, Hebrews. We've been lied to again. We're going to watch the second half of this documentary together. And I'm not going to tell you what to think. You're going to decide what you're going to think for yourself.
Do it if nobody else gonna do it. Say it if nobody else gonna see it. Every time I close my eyes, I convince myself.
Top X Hebrews. Hebrews, drink your water, Hebrews. Eat your fruit that got water in it. Watermelons, grapes, strawberries, cherries, peaches, apricots, guava. It's a lot of fruit out there, y'all. Top X Hebrews, purity and becoming one. Okay, family, are you guys ready for part 2? Our boys, the Bible's ultimate sacrifice. Family, we've been lied to. We've been deceived. Okay? Y'all know sometimes we come on here. Y'all never know what we might be discussing at any particular point on this channel. We might be reading. We might be watching other videos, discussing it. We might be talking health stuff. You just never know, family. It's so many things for us to go over, family. So many things for us to investigate and to learn. In a million years, I would have never imagined that I would be coming to the conclusion that sacrificing innocent animals is not of the Most High. Family, there was one point I couldn't conceive such kind of talk. I would be like, what are you talking about? Of course we have to kill innocent animals. And if I'm not killing an innocent animal today, then I would think, of course I have to look forward to the future in the kingdom, killing innocent animals. Family, I'm telling you, you were to never kill innocent animals. God didn't tell us to do that in the ancient days, and he ain't going to tell us to do that in the future, family. No sacrifices at all. No blood sacrifices. Let me put it that way. Anything you're supposed to be sacrificing, nothing is supposed to be bleeding or dying. You are not to kill innocent animals to get closer to God. You are definitely not to sacrifice humans. But see, family, that's what it was about the whole time. Getting us to go along with harming and killing innocent animals, and then they can hit you with the ultimate sacrifice, human sacrifice, vampirisms. JC, ring a bell, Christ, Yeshua, Yehoshua. That's what it was all about, family. And I'm about to kill this nonsense real quick, okay? Brother J.R. Meadows says, blessings, my peeps, worldwide. Brother J.R. Meadows, blessings to you, fam. Always good to see you and all the bros and sisters in here. Family, this is so serious right here, family, because we're still nose diving down the rabbit hole of truth. And here's what we found again, family. For anybody out here on this live, you didn't see part 1. This is part 2 right here. If you haven't seen part 1, when this is finished, family, whether you're on the live or the playback, go back and watch part 1. This is part 2, family, because it was too long to just watch all the way through. Family, this is talking about how evil it is to chop off a part of your penis, family. I don't care where you read it at. And I know a lot of brothers out there are going to come for me and attack me. What are you doing? You're speaking against the Torah. This is the problem, family. Until you admit, and I don't mean with a little low voice, until you shout it from the mountaintops and know it in your heart that the Torah is literally going east and west. Until you know that and you're able to shout that from the mountaintop without fear, you're going to have lots of trouble. This is the end times. If you don't get to the bottom of the truth, if you don't start diving, and I mean deep diving in the scriptures, you're going to be cooked. Your goose is going to be cooked. That's the stage where we at, family. You're going to deep sea dive for the Most High, or you're going to be left behind. Period. It's two different powers in the Torah, family. I know a lot of y'all, it sounds like blasphemy. That's because you can't see it. One spirit in the Torah is telling you kill, 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 murder, 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 innocent animals and innocent people. The other spirit is telling you, I never spoke to you about burnt offerings or sacrifices. It's going two different ways, and there's plenty of verses to back both sides. You guys, we have to stop being afraid to confront that. That's why we so screwed up, y'all. And also, it's a clever device by the serpent. Family, I don't know if you guys know, when I read out of the Yahweh Bible, I read on here out of the Yahweh Bible, it tells you when the Most High showed up in the Garden of Eden, and it's not written like this in the King James. When the Most High showed up in the Garden of Eden, one of the punishments he did to the serpent was, he said, you are bitterly cursed, and now I'm taking away your ability to create life from the dust of the ground. Let that sink in, family. Let that sink in. At one time, the serpent had power to create life from the dust of the ground. Let that sink in for a minute, Hebrew. And this is in the Old Testament. This is in the Yahweh Bible. Family, we've been lied to about everything. It's two different spirits in the Old Testament. One is going east, one is going west. One is telling you to murder innocent animals. I don't care if it's in Leviticus. What you doing? This is wicked. You speaking against Ezekiel and Exodus. I'm speaking against anybody telling you to murder an innocent human being or innocent animal. I'm speaking against it. Because you are going to have to find out. You are going to have to stop lying, Hebrews. You're going to have to make a decision about what side of the Torah you're going to stand on. If you want to keep lying and saying the Torah all agrees with each other, it's all going the same way, you know what? You're headed for a big surprise, Hebrew, and it could be painful. You're going to be forced to make a decision. First, you're going to have to acknowledge, and you're going to have to say it in your own spirit, in your own self. You're going to have to say it with your chest, because you're going to have to see it. The Torah is going east and west, and you're going to have to decide which side you're standing on. You're standing with the side that says murder and kill innocent people. You're standing with the side that says murder and kill innocent animals. You're standing with the side that says whack off a part of your penis to show your loyalty. Or are you going to stand with the side that says, I didn't tell you nothing about burnt offerings or sacrifices. I'm not accepting none of your sacrifices. I hate your sacrifices. He who kills an ox is as if he killed a man. Are you going to stand on that side? You can lie if you want. You can hide if you want. I know many of you Hebrews out there are terrified of this thought, because you thought just because you became Old Testament only Hebrews that you would be safe. Family, I thought the same thing as well. But due to deep sea diving, and I know the Most High hides himself and he hides information. You guys know that too. But it's still scary. So scary that you don't want to admit the Most High is hiding himself in the Torah. He's hiding information in the Torah. You're not going to find the Most High looking on the surface. You got to go deeper than you ever went in your life. That's your only shot, Hebrew. And you're going to have to stop lying, stop being afraid, stop saying the Torah's all agreement. The Torah's saying the same thing. No, it's not. And if you can't see it, you know what? That's a decision too. That means you're in the middle. There is no middle. Hebrew, you're in danger of being viciously, brutally killed by the Most High. I'm telling you, Hebrew. King David says, got a song coming called Lucifer Want Me to Eat Foul and Shed Blood for God. Ouch, King David. That song is a dagger, brother. That song is a dagger. That song just pricked me in my spirit. Got a song coming called Lucifer Want Me to Eat Foul and Shed Blood for God. Y'all. Family, I hope you guys can receive this. I'm telling you right now, you better stand on the side of the Torah that doesn't want you shedding innocent blood. And the reason why you don't want to shed innocent blood, so when you have to stand before the Most High and you got all this blood on your hand, and you're going to say, but Most High, I was killing for you. You told me to kill. You told me to kill innocent animals, and that would make you happy. And I would not want to have to stand before the Most High knowing how he feels about people having blood on their hands, knowing how he feels about shedding innocent blood. I would not want to stand before him and say, Most High, I killed this animal to honor you. I killed this animal to worship you. Melissa Yisrael says, just got home. Shalom, fam. Shalom to you, Melissa Yisrael. Family, we're going to watch the rest of this documentary together. But first, just let me read 2 or 3 verses real quick, okay? Because we got to put this foolishness to bed. And yeah, I called it foolishness. Anybody telling you to chop off any part of your body, especially your penis. Same thing for you women. Anybody telling you to chop off any part of your body that is normally well and functioning, including your clitoris. Because a lot of countries, these damn devils, and all of the nations are devils. These damn devils, they're whacking off sisters' clitorises in a lot of these other countries. Y'all think we didn't know about that? You filthy, stinking heathens out there. They think we don't know about that. We know about you chopping off women's clitoris in other countries. And in America and lots of other countries, you whacking off parts of people's penises. Family, do you know that we have been sexually and physically abused and traumatized as infants? Things have been done to us that will never leave us, family. We've been scarred for life and don't even realize it. Do you know the tip of your penis houses the braking mechanisms? And for anybody who doesn't know what a braking mechanism is, it's the thing in your mind that tells you when you're in a situation how to react. Should I calm down or should I turn up? Should I be peaceable or should I become ultra violent and start shooting everywhere and stabbing people? You lose that when they chop off the tip of your penis. Family, this goes so much deep. You lose things in your spirit and your body and your back, your spine, and you lose blood. Family, they're literally sacrificing your penis to the penis god. I do not care who likes this. I'm trying to save somebody from chopping off their penis. If you haven't already done it, don't do it. Unless you want to do a blood sacrifice with your penis. Then by all means, go ahead. King David says, after my fruit fast is going to be connected with Journey on my upload as an intro. Hey, that's what's up, King David. That's what's up. And I'm telling y'all, out of nowhere this morning, I was munching on my little breakfast while I was doing my slavery, and I just got a crazy boost of energy, y'all. I was like, you know what? These damn fruits. What else could it be? And of course, the parasites in my body are crying out for flesh, crying out for junk food, crying out for all kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie, it's not easy, fam. Doing 30 days of fruit or 30 days of fruits and vegetables. It's not easy. Especially that's when you really realize how horrifically we've been eating our whole lives, y'all. When you try to do something like this, when you try to veer off of what you've been doing your whole life, that's when you realize how wrong it was. And right now, I'm realizing how wrong it is to chop off your penis. Any part of it. If my penis needs to be cut, the Most High would have made me born with a sliced up penis. My penis was fine just the way it was, just like you guys was. But the serpent added to and took away from our scripts, and he put in there, I don't care what nobody says, the Most High God doesn't want you sacrificing your penis. That's what you're doing, and you sacrificing brain cells, emotions, your part of your spirit, neural. I'm telling you, you're doing all kind of damage. This is a vicious attack on your penis, y'all. This is a vicious attack on humanity. This is a blood sacrifice. I told you, they really want to sacrifice you when you're an infant, but it would be an upheaval if they did that. So they said, just let me chop off his penis. King David says, even if they don't, the Most High said their thoughts count also. So when the Most High said, obey, then kill, but the one who wants to sin anyway wants to harm an animal as a scapegoat, and the Most High see right through that. Exactly, King David. I'm telling y'all, I know that this is a hard pill to swallow, family, because we've been taught our whole lives, blood, 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 covered by the blood. We've been taught to be bloodlust, family, bloodlustful. That's physical blood and spiritual blood. Family, we've been taught to suck and drink blood physically and spiritually, y'all. Think about this, y'all. That's why this is not easy, y'all. We didn't get screwed up like this overnight, and many of us are not going to get fixed overnight. This is a journey. Everybody got to walk this out for themselves. And I'm sure some people are going to slip and fall out there, just like any journey. And believe it or not, family, being addicted to flesh is worse than drugs, family. It's worse than heroin or crack. You're not going to expect a heroin to get cleaned up overnight, are you? Every once in a while it happens, but that's not normal. You're not going to expect a crackhead to get clean overnight, are you? Like I said, every once in a while it happens, but normally it's a process. So don't viciously rip yourself to smithereens and kill yourself if you stumble and fall. But if you stumble and fall, just get back up and keep fighting, Hebrew. You got to remember, not only have our bodies been poisoned, our minds have been poisoned. And doing 30 days of fruits or 30 days of fruits and vegetables, it's not just about trying to clean your body up and purify your body. It's also about trying to clean up and purify your thoughts and your mind. Because whether you know it or not, Hebrew, the food we eat, yes, it plays an effect on our brain, which plays an effect on our thoughts and our spirit. Everything is connected, family. We are part of nature. And in your spirit, you know you shouldn't be chopping your dick off. Excuse my French. I'm sorry, ladies out there. I know we got ladies in here. I'm sorry for my language, but family, I get so pissed off when I think about the sexual abuse, the bloodlust that caused people to mutilate us. We all walking around with mutilated penises, not even realizing what that did to our spine, what that did to our whole entire body, what that did to our brains and our emotions and our abilities to function. You got no idea, family. You got no idea what that did to you, fam. It's sad though. But now we waking up, family. But enough of me running my big black mouth. Let me read a few of these scriptures, and I hope that you will see you shouldn't be chopping off no part of your penis for nobody. Listen to this. Leviticus 19 and 28. You shall not make any cuts on your body for the dead or tattoo yourselves. I am the Lord. Family, if you know, you know that our ancestors had a heavy problem with wanting to be like the nations. The nations would tattoo themselves for the dead and they would cut themselves. And just like the other nations, or even today, same thing going on back then. Our ancestors want to be like everybody else, just like us. That's where we get animal sacrifice from. Believe it or not, that's where you get chopping off your penis from. You're not supposed to make any cuts, period. Deuteronomy chapter 14, verse 1. Listen good. You are the sons of the Lord, your God. You shall not cut yourselves or make any baldness on your foreheads for the dead. Do you guys hear this? Do you hear this? Can anybody hear this out there? Hebrews, I'm talking to somebody. 1 Kings 18 and 28. And they cried aloud and cut themselves after their custom and swords and lances until the blood gushed out upon them. Family, you're not supposed to cut yourself till the blood gushes out. That's circumcision, family. I don't care if it's in the Torah. So explain all these verses telling you about cuts. Now listen to this. Leviticus 21 and 5. They shall not make bald patches on their heads, nor shave off the edges of their beards, nor make any cuts on their body. Family, is there anybody out there who can understand English? I'm going to read this from the top again, and I'm done with this cutting off the penis crap. It's evil and it's wicked. Family, anybody from this day forward, if you do have a son, do not let them damn devils chop off your son's penis. I don't care if it's in the Torah. All these verses I'm reading right now, guess where that's coming from? It's coming from the Torah, family. It's going two different ways. Last verse I'm reading about cutting. Leviticus 21:5. They shall not make bald patches on their heads, comma, nor shave off the edges of their beards, comma. When you see that comma, you know we're going to another thought. Nor make any cuts on their body. Hey, family, is your penis on your body? Well, the end of Leviticus 21:5, after that last comma, nor make any cuts on their bodies. It didn't say except for their penis, did it? Don't be chopping off your son's penis no more, Hebrews. Yeah, I'm saying it. And I don't care who likes it either. King David says, this fruit fast will be a battle. And in certain foods can make you angry, over sexual at a young age, and etc. Be kids 5 years old hunching because the food they eat. Hey, facts, King David. But they taught us not to pay attention to nothing, y'all. Melissa Israel says Isaiah 5:20. And here it is. Woe unto them that call evil good and good evil, that put darkness for light and light for darkness, that put bitter for sweet and sweet for bitter. You know what that means? Destructions to the nations. Because that's where we get this idea of y'all of human sacrifice, of animal sacrifice, of whacking off your damn penis. And you know what? You get that from the other nations, and all of that is right in the Torah. And you're going to tell me that the Torah ain't going east and west? Hebrews, the ones that can't see it, I hope that you'll take time to thoroughly examine this and stop running, stop lying, and saying that the Torah agrees with each other, because it does not. Going two different ways. I told you guys, it's almost like a spiritual thing when Moses came down from the mountain and said, whoever's with the Most High, come over here, and whoever's with the Most High, go over there. And that was in the Old Testament days. It's going down right now, family. Believe it or not, I know a lot of people can't see it. I see it, family. Human sacrifice is in the Old Testament, and it's promoted in the Old Testament. The book of Judges, we already read it. Jephthah sacrificed his daughter. He did that. And the Old Testament did not condemn him for doing it. It tells you he sacrificed his daughter, and the chapter ends just like that. He was not condemned. They were priming you the whole time for human sacrifice, and it's in the Old Testament. Jephthah sacrificed his daughter. Animal sacrifice in the Old Testament. Whacking off your penis, any part of your penis, in the Old Testament. Family, ain't none of that stuff for the Most High. Period. Guess what? Whoever doesn't like this, not my problem. Not my problem. Because guess what? I realized the Torah is going east and west, and I made my decision. I'm standing on the side where God says, don't shed innocent blood. He who kills the ox is as if he killed the man. I never spoke to you concerning burnt offerings or sacrifice. I'm standing on that side. I'm not going to lie and say the Torah's all going the same way. No, it's not. You're going to have to choose, or you're going to get, you know what you're going to get. You know what you're going to get. You're going to have to make a decision. And I'm going to read this verse again, then we're going to watch the second half of this documentary. Leviticus 21:5, because I know somebody going to want to run to Genesis. The covenant with Abraham. Abraham is telling you to chop off your penis. I'm telling you, I don't care who says it. I'm not sexually abusing myself. I'm not going to viciously assault and maim myself. I'm not going to shed the blood from my penis and say I'm doing it for God. I don't care who said it. Period. Leviticus chapter 21, verse 5. And in case you can't tell, I'm pissed off that they cut my penis. And if I can find, I'm telling you, if I can find the doctor who sliced and mutilated my penis, I would beat the shit out of them right now. Indeed, I would. Leviticus 21:5. They shall not make bald patches on their heads, nor shave off the edges of their beards, comma, nor make any cuts on their body. Not on their head, their chest, their arm, their leg, their penis, their vagina. Because a lot of these other countries, they're chopping off women's clitoris. That's wicked. That's a sex crime. But in America, they say it's a good thing. That's a sex crime against young boys. It's child torture. Anybody who haven't watched that first part of the documentary we watched the other day, after this video, go back and watch part 1. This is part 2. And guess what? I'll say it again. I don't care who doesn't like this. If I could go back and get my penis skin back, I would take it back. I'm not sacrificing my penis skin to no penis god. And I don't care who don't like that. Believe it or not. Reality is stranger than fiction. I'm telling you all about penises were sacrificed to the penis god, the blood god, the demon. Yeah, I said it. Period. And now we're going to go and watch the second half of this documentary, family. Fair use, fair use. Give me 1 second, Hebrew. One thing I want you to do, if you haven't already, hit the like button, Hebrew. Hit that like button. Okay, now, Hebrew, we left off the other day at the 1 hour and 33 mark. The other day, part 1, we left off at the 1 hour and 33 mark. So we get ready to start this off right here. We're going to rewind it like 2 minutes. Instead of the 133 mark, we're going to start it at the 131 mark, and then we're going to watch the rest of this. You guys feel free to comment like you always do. From time to time, I'll stop it, read some of you guys' comments. We'll chop it up. Family, I am appalled. The more and more I search out the scriptures and knowledge, and yes, knowledge is needed. The Most High told us, my people perish for lack of knowledge. It's because we don't have the knowledge that blood is not required at all. We don't have the knowledge. Your penis skin is not required. That's sex abuse, y'all. And somebody gonna try to justify sex abuse because it's in the Torah. That's blood sacrifice from your penis. But it's okay though, because it's in the Torah. That's torturing an infant. You should be thrown in prison for doing that. But no, let's justify it. Why? Because it's in the Torah. This is sick. This is child abuse. And it's mentally abusive, physically abusive, and it's sadistic. It's a sexual crime, a demonic crime. You chopping off a perfectly fine, healthy body organ. That's like somebody chopping off a part of your damn lungs and telling you, oh, it's just a little part you don't need. Get the hell out of here. Think I don't need all my penis? You're out of your damn mind. And if anybody out there, after seeing this, after you watch this, if you watch the first part and you watch this second part, and you still think you need to mutilate your penis, you've been infected with the demonic virus, Hebrew. Hopefully the Most High will bring you out of it. You don't serve the blood God, the penis God. You don't serve that God. Serve the God that says, don't shed innocent blood, including your own. Why would you shed the blood of a child's penis? That's what they're doing. I told you, they really want to sacrifice you. They want to kill the whole baby. But the people would go crazy in America if they just started openly sacrificing babies. So they just cut your penis off instead. I'm so pissed off, family. Let me calm down. We're going to watch the rest of this video. Like this video. Share this video with somebody. Subscribe to the channel. Let's go.
See, hazing plays to an underlying psychological mechanism that enables group survival. See, what we do as humans is we ascribe value to the pain or suffering we endure as the price we pay to join a group or tribe. See, if you're just let into the fraternity, you could easily think, nah, and leave. However, after paying a great price in blood, sweat, tears, and body parts,
with your penis,
you know it must be valuable. See, Judaic circumcision operates under that same psychological principle. See, ancient Judea was, and still is to a certain extent, an intensely patriarchal society. Male blood represented salvation, female blood represented filth, men ran everything. And nothing was more important to a man than his patriarchal lineage. And nothing represented his patriarchal lineage more than his son. Or even more specifically, his son's penis. So, to be accepted into this fraternity, the Jewish Brotherhood,
do you hear that? The Jewish fraternity.
Fathers, likely younger than you, and far less educated, since this was thousands of years ago, were literally hazed into cutting off parts of their son's penis. You think college hazing is a problem? Circumcision is the most extreme form of hazing on the planet. And if you didn't do it, you were cut off from your people, which was effectively a death sentence. Yeah, we're going there. Now, Leonard Glick does a great job of summarizing circumcision in ancient Judea in his book. He says, in summary, the father offers his son's foreskin as a bloody sacrifice for what may have...
Did you Negroes hear that? I told you. The summary, the father offers his son's foreskin as a bloody sacrifice. They chopping off the tip of your penis and it's bloody tissue. That's a sacrifice to the penis god. I do not give a damn who doesn't like this. This is evil. It's wicked. Period. Torah going east and west. I'm going to play that back.
He says, in summary, the father offers his son's foreskin as a bloody sacrifice for what may have been a substitute for child sacrifice.
You hear that? Ain't no what may have been a substitute for child sacrifice. That is a substitute for child sacrifice. If they just killed your little ass when you was born, that would be too obvious. People would go crazy. But they said, you know what? Let's just clean it up a little bit. We're not going to kill this little nigga. Chop off his penis, though. We'll get his penis and we'll get his blood. And we'll sacrifice that. This is wicked as hell, y'all.
He acknowledges, for what may have been he declares acknowledgement of paternity, readiness to submit the child to a perilous procedure, avowal of sexual restraint of his own and his son in the future, and intention to raise him as a conforming member of the male-centered collective, and in summary, offers his submission to the elder's will. Whoa. Do you understand what this means?
Do you?
Contrary to the popular narrative, circumcision was designed to mark us like cattle. Circumcision was designed to emasculate us like slaves.
You hear this?
Circumcision was designed to damage us if we're not even human.
Listen.
That is what circumcision was designed to do. And all this talk about circumcision is not even the circumcision we recognize today. See, Judaism underwent an overhaul around 200 AD during a diasporic period. It was called the Rabbinic period, as rabbis redid everything to accommodate the needs of a more dispersed population. Now, when rabbis were redoing everything, they redid, you guessed it, the covenant of circumcision as well. See, around 200 AD, Jews didn't want to be circumcised back then either. So, what they would do is they would take their remnant...
Why would anybody want to be sexually assaulted, sexually abused, have the most sensitive part of your body whacked away with a knife? Why would anybody want that?
Foreskin and stretch it over the head of their penis, and over a period of time, they would look uncircumcised like a Gentile. Now, this allowed Jews of ancient Greece to better fit in with their Gentile peers, as many social events were done in the nude, whether they be public spas or athletic events or whatnot. Now, undoing the Holy Covenant was anathema to rabbinic authority. So rabbis took revenge. Rabbis took revenge. And to take their revenge, they radicalized the circumcision ritual.
BLN says, hey, family. What's up, BLN?
So, the new circumcision ritual, the one that stands to this day, goes like this. And it's called the Bris Milah, which means the covenant of cutting.
Circumcision became the major symbol of difference for Christians between Judaism and Christianity. This dates back to Paul's letters, Galatians, Corinthians, and others.
Paul's
He
lies.
says specifically there that circumcision does not matter.
It was so amazing to me when I worked in a hospital. And my first question would be, I see that you're going to have the baby circumcised. And may I ask why you've chosen circumcision for your baby? And they would say, oh, because I'm a Christian. And I said, do you know that?
Do you hear that? That's what this whole thing is about. Hey, family, this is a diabolical world, family.
There's 120 references to circumcision in the New Testament. Circumcision is of no value. If you're a Christian, you don't live by outward signs. You live by faith expressed through love. Christ was the last to shed the blood. Hey,
look, disregard all that BS. Don't throw the baby out with the bathwater. You know that Christ ain't shed jack. Ain't no man shed no blood for you. Ain't no animal blood gonna save you. Ain't no blood, period. We know that.
Ultimate blood sacrifice for everybody. We don't need to do this again. Oh, I didn't know that.
People are not just Christians, they are Americans, and circumcision is an American procedure.
A demonic procedure.
Because they consider they're this without ever really understanding what that means.
The next question that we come to is, how in the world did this get to become an American custom in Victorian England in the late 19th century? It was already well embedded the belief that masturbation was a particularly dangerous business. That loss of semen would weaken a child permanently, might give him all kinds of sickness. They said, we can stop this very dangerous habit by performing circumcision.
We know that circumcision began in England to prevent masturbation.
Masturbation was seen as this horrible thing that could cause all kinds of diseases and insanity. And that just took hold. You know, we are a fairly prudish culture. And this sounds crazy to us today, but in those days, this was accepted.
Doctors in the 1860s and 1870s claimed that this would reduce the child's sexual sensation. But then in the 1960s, it began to disappear as an idea. Can you guess why? Because the sexual revolution made having sexual pleasure permissible for the first time, basically, in American culture. And so all of a sudden, the meme, the theme that you were damaging your child sexually was no longer good advertising. So it just simply went, bing, and disappeared. And now if you talk to physicians, they will claim utterly that circumcision is not sexually damaging, that it's sexually neutral, and that there's no harm in it. And they forget entirely the medical history they have in their own occupation that claimed exactly the opposite for over 100.
Lynn says, my early days of having kids, I didn't know anything about this. My mind and eyes were closed, not awake. Doctors and parents led me to believe that was the right thing to do for my boys, to circumcise my. Yeah, I know what you mean, Lynn.
100 years.
Now, how did we
circumcise my
right,
boys?
So it's become a medical practice rather than a tribal practice.
Lynn says, now I'm more awake. I just pray and ask God for forgiveness each day. Hey, sis, that's all we can do. Ask the Most High for forgiveness and ask him for wisdom and knowledge moving forward, sis. That's all we can do.
Or a cultural practice. And that came about in the late 1800s when people had not the germ theory of disease, but the nervous excitation theory of disease. And they also had the Victorian morality. So people see what they expect to see a lot of the time. So you can find a lot of published medical literature showing that circumcision cured things like paralysis.
Look at this. Melissa Israel says, Exodus 4:24-26. Listen to this, y'all. But Zipporah took a flint knife, cut off her son's foreskin. So Moses' wife allegedly hacked off part of her son's penis and touched Moses' feet with it. So she's rubbing a bloody penis skin on Moses' feet. I don't know about y'all, family. That sounds disgusting. And guess what? I'm not going to justify that because it's in the Torah. That sounds disgusting. Cutting off somebody's penis, a bloody penis, then you're going to rub that on somebody's foot? Family, that's sick. Surely you are a bridegroom of blood to me. Y'all see the blood God in that? Do you see the bloodlust in that? No wonder we think we need blood for spirituality, blood to eat, and blood to drink. We've been trained to be bloodhounds, y'all. Cutting off a penis skin and rubbing it on Moses' foot and saying, surely you are a bridegroom of blood to me, she said. So the Lord let him alone. And family, chop off your penis if you want to. If I could go back and take it back, I would take mine back, period.
Epilepsy and hip joint disease and all sorts of problems that today seem very unlikely for the process to have cured.
And people really thought that actually the intention was to harm the genitals of children. And they thought that that would help them in the long term because it would prevent them from having so much sexual excitation. That in the Victorian model being the most dangerous kind of nervous excitation.
Melissa Israel says, I think she was a pagan. Facts.
Oh,
Facts.
there's a lot there. And that's why I said that documentary, his video, because what.
Hold on, speed up.
And we have been around Judaism before. And, you know, and it started when you were a baby.
You hear that?
All right, so let's see, 2049. Here we go.
Listen,
Go ahead
Hebrew.
and play this clip here.
Hit the like button.
He's going to be talking about some of the people who were proponents for circumcision. One of them is someone that meets some of y'all for breakfast every morning. Let's take a listen.
I guess the billion-dollar question is, how did we go from a Jewish blood sacrifice to a Gentile medical procedure? Seems like a stretch, right?
You hear that?
So, as college humor
A Jewish blood sacrifice to a Gentile medical procedure. Do y'all hear this?
actually spot on. See, 19th century
Circumcision is about blood sacrifice, family, period. Look at this, though. Jewish blood sacrifice to a Gentile medical procedure. Can't make this up. Make your decision, Hebrew. If you could go back, would you still chop your penis off or not? Many of us didn't have a say. I'm telling you, if somebody tried to come near my penis, let's say I wasn't circumcised, and anybody tried to come near my penis with any kind of knife, I'm going to put them to death. Period. Period. Because somebody trying to chop your penis off, guess what? You could die from that. And in my mind, that's attempted murder. I don't give a damn what nobody say. Period.
doctors actually believed that sexual pleasure, especially masturbation, was not only evil, but the root of all physical and mental illness. And it was always well known that the foreskin was highly erogenous and facilitated masturbation, so the only reasonable course of action was to forcibly circumcise children.
King David says, I just look it up. The skin play a huge part. Keeping your immune system strong, healthy, probably why we get sick, and on top of that, eating heavy meat, bad combo. That's a vicious combo, King David. And you're right. Family, chopping off our penises was literally the worst thing they could do to us. They should be thrown in jail for doing that to us when we was babies, y'all. And if you a grown man and you're out there and you have not been circumcised and you come into the truth and some Hebrew Israelites tell you, hey, you a son of Abraham, you got to chop off your penis. I'm telling you, you can listen to them if you want to. If you want to sexually attack yourself, if you want to felony assault yourself, if you want to mutilate yourself and sacrifice the blood from your penis, then you go right ahead. I'm not going to tell you not to do it because it's in the Torah, right? Sacrifice the skin from your penis. That's what you're doing. You're not to cut anything on your body, period. Brother Bill Thomas. Bill Thomas says, the Gentiles were displeased with the Bible being written in the Most High form, so they altered the words and added that own false beliefs to manipulate the world. Hey, brother, you are correct. Let me get over here. Let me read that again. Brother Bill Thomas said the Gentiles were displeased with the Bible being written in the Most High form, so they altered the words and added their own false belief to manipulate the world. Family, if you guys can't see that by now, look on the screen. Jewish blood sacrifice to a Gentile medical procedure. Family, this is demonic. This is demonic. And they're going to tell you all kind of reasons why they have you doing this. Because they want to sacrifice your bloody penis skin to the penis god, to the blood god, whatever. And now that you think about it, when Melissa Israel put that verse out there in Exodus about Zipporah hacking off her son's penis and then taking his bloody penis skin and rubbing it on Moses. Now check this out. Do you want somebody's bloody penis skin? Do you want anybody's penis rubbing on you? Period. Whether it's bloody or not. And then you take into account your son? Would you want the skin from your son's penis dripped in his blood and to have that rubbed over you? That's wicked, family. I don't care where it's at, who wrote it, who said it. If y'all can't see that, you know what? I pray to the Most High that He opens your eyes to let you know you don't need bloody penis skins to please the Most High. This is satanic. Bill Thomas says, we have been born into a state of blasphemy and led astray from the very beginning. Facts, brother Bill Thomas. And because the lie is so good and it's so strong, it's hard for our people to come up out of it. Because it's written in the Old Testament, brother. It got to be true. So you go out there and let somebody rub their bloody penis skin on you. You go out there and do it. Since it's right, you go out there. You got the balls to circumcise somebody yourself? Do you have the nuts? Do you got the testicular fortitude to grab a knife and cut somebody's penis skin off yourself? You know in your spirit that that's evil. That's why you wouldn't want to do it. And those of you who would do it, it's because you're under mind control. You know that it's evil. If it wasn't evil, you shouldn't have no problem by grabbing a knife and cutting your son's penis skin off and watching him bleed and scream and cry. You know that that's evil. Some in your spirit just don't sit right about taking a knife to human flesh because you know it's evil. But because it's in the Old Testament, you're going to justify it. I'm not going to justify it. I'm going to condemn evil wherever I see it. And I'm telling you, in case you didn't know, sacrificing the blood from your penis is evil, period.
Now, if we take a look at the medical literature in the 19th century, here we can see a treatise on venereal diseases of the sexual system. Now, if we take a look, the author didn't even include illustrations of genitals in his textbook because he didn't want people masturbating to the pages. It looks like it may not have worked. Now again, College Humor, spot on. One of the primary advocates of dick docking was Dr. John Harvey Kellogg, the inventor of cornflakes. Surreal, isn't it? Now,
Melissa Israel says, yes, she was pagan. Look.
Titled Treatment to Self-Abuse, also known as Masturbation, and Its Effects. And in this book, he advocated using carbolic acid to burn the clitoris, chaining kids to chastity cages, and tying them up so they couldn't touch their genitals. He also advocated circumcision in small boys, and that it should be performed without anesthesia, so the child forever associates sexual pleasure with pain.
Do y'all hear this? This is child torture. No, this is in the scripture. Don't speak against this.
Do you understand how sordid that is? Do you understand how sordid that is? To make things even more surreal, Sylvester Graham, the inventor of graham crackers, also advocated circumcision to prevent masturbation, claiming a masturbator becomes a confirmed and degraded idiot with livid and shriveled countenance and emaciated and dwarfish body, covered in running blisters and sores.
King David says, facts, Bill Thomas. Even the Most High said it himself. They will do it and want us to use wisdom. But the thing people don't know, that the Most High doing, making them stumbling blocks to see what side people will choose. Exactly, family. Family, this thing is deep, family. We were born into a defiled state concerning all things, family.
And if we take a look at the medical literature in the 19th century, we can see what they thought an actual masturbator looked like. As you can see, it looks nothing like me. Now, I like that shirt too. Now, if we were to take a representative sampling of circumcision advocates throughout the 20th century, almost all are vehemently anti-masturbation. For example, Abraham Wilbur's, who didn't even have the courtesy to invent a shitty snack, claiming, circumcision is an absolute necessity for the continuing welfare of the human race.
King David says either got to obey route or the excuse route and do things like kill and etc. As a forgiveness, he said, we're going to have to pick a side. Facts, King David. Family, do you guys see this? And anybody on this live, anybody on the playback, sometimes I hoop and holler and I yell. Family, I'm not hooping and hollering and yelling because I'm angry at y'all. I'm hooping and hollering and yelling because I love y'all. I'm passionate. And I really want you guys to see damn near everything we've been taught is a lie. The Most High is a God who hides himself and he hides information. You're going to read the Old Testament and the Torah. The Most High is in there, but he is not on the surface. I repeat, he is not on the surface. When you look on the surface, you're going to see stuff like human sacrifice, animal sacrifice, cutting off your penis. That's all stuff you see on the surface. That ain't where the Most High is at. That's somebody else on the surface.
Sound like religious fanaticism to you? He also advocated the forced sterilization of any adult caught masturbating. Or Alan Guttmacher, the president of Planned Parenthood and the vice president of the American Eugenics Society.
All Jews.
Those were hand in hand in the 1940s, claiming routine circumcision does not necessitate handling of the penis. Therefore, masturbation is considered less likely. Parents Magazine, widely read stuff. Or even in the medical literature, Campbell's Urology, a gold standard urological textbook, claiming parents are ready to adopt measures which may avert masturbation. Circumcision is usually advised on these grounds. 1970. Do you know what it means if this type of medical rhetoric was in the medical literature in the 1970s? It means that if you were circumcised in the 90s, like I was, it's very possible that our urologists learned that we should be circumcised to keep us from masturbating.
Do you hear that? They got all kind of reasons why they want to chop your penis off. Add this one to the list to keep you from jerking off. Okay? These people come up with all kinds of crap to get you to sacrifice your sex organ to the demon, the blood god, the penis god. I don't care who you're doing it to. Any kind of cutting of the flesh is prohibited. You're not to cut your flesh at all. Period. For no kind of reasons are you to mutilate yourself. Your sex organs, any other organs, fingers, toes, you're not to do. You're going to pay a price out there if you willfully cut your body. Now that you know this, we read that earlier in Leviticus. No cuts in the body at all, period.
Now, these Puritan attitudes are not ancient history. They affect us every single day of our lives.
Okay, so let me go ahead to the 30-minute mark here. And okay, so now this part here,
hit that like
is
button,
going to
Hebrew.
be quite challenging. I'm just letting you know ahead of time, and he'll let you know. Okay, but we do need to play this.
This is getting ready to get heavy, hey, y'all. If you haven't hit that like button already, Hebrews, I don't know what you're waiting on. Hit that like button so you can help another brother out there not to chop off his son's penis and scar him for life, like many of us have been. Hit the like button and share this video so somebody else out there will think twice before sacrificing their penis to this demon out here. Yeah, I said demon. You're not supposed to cut your body, period. It didn't say make no cuts in your body except for your penis. No cuts means no cuts. And trust me, if you want to cut your penis off, I'm sure you're going to want to shed innocent blood as well. That's the part of the Torah that's on. The part that's telling you to cut off your damn penis, that's the same power that's telling you kill innocent animals to please me. And I'm happy with that. That's that side. I am not on that side. I don't believe in killing innocent animals to get closer to God. No. And I don't believe in spilling innocent blood just for sport. It's no way shedding innocent blood is right. And I'm definitely not going to shed my own blood from my penis. Are you kidding me? That's why they do it when you're a baby, because they know no grown up or no person, even a teenager that has any sense, unless he likes being tortured, no teenager would sign up to have his penis whacked up and shit chopped up and mutilated. It's ridiculous, y'all. And you justifying wickedness. Oh, it's in the Torah, brother. Don't speak against it. So I shouldn't speak against sex crimes. Chopping your damn penis off is a sex crime, Hebrew.
You know, it's not showing in all gore and all that, because they do
Well, look, anybody still want to glorify and accept chopping off your damn penis? Watch this part right here. Hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel if you like truth. We dealing with truth. We doing heavy bag work over here.
Things out. But he's going to be explaining and talking about the procedure. Now, a couple of things too before we get to that. You notice the procedure.
Brother, y'all save me, said Shalom family. Just getting off work. I'll be watching from the beginning after this live end. That's right. Good to see you, brother. Y'all saves me. That's right. When you get a chance, brother, go back and watch from the beginning. Good to see you here as always.
The medical procedure that's referred to, the name of the medical procedure.
Melissa Yisrael says Shalom at Yah saves me.
That they more commonly use. It's Jewish. I can't. It's back, but it's a Hebrew word. Hebrew. And the medical.
Cool Breeze says, you listening to these white folk and Christians relay this misinformation. I object. Hey, brother, ain't no misinformation about chopping off your damn penis. That shit hurts. And you shouldn't be cutting yourself, period. I ain't got to listen to no white person or Christian to tell me that. You think I don't know sexually mangling myself is wrong? I don't need somebody to tell me that. But guess what? You need somebody to tell you that sexual mutilation is right. That's why your enemies wrote that in the Torah. And you and a lot of our people have no problem with accepting it. But you know, sexual abuse is a crime. I don't need no Christian. I don't need no white. I don't need nobody to tell me that. I got a penis. And if I had it to do over, hell no, I wouldn't cut my damn penis off. I don't need nobody to tell me that. But you do need to be convinced to chop your penis off. Because in your spirit, you know that that's abuse. You know that it's wicked to chop off a body part. That's evil. And you know that. But you need a book to convince you that it's not wicked. I don't need no book to tell me mutilating my dick is evil. And excuse my French, y'all. I'm pissed off to the fact that these damn devils told us to chop our penis off, and our people won't question that. Chopping off your damn penis. The evil that you don't even know what that does to you. You don't even know what that does to you, brother. And I'm not mad at you. I'm mad at the people who got us convinced that chopping off our penis is some kind of holy thing. That's wicked as hell. Melissa Yisrael says, I never understand why Moses' wife circumcised her son like that, but her father was a Midianite priest. Now I understand. Yeah, you get it now, right? Once you see this stuff, you can't unsee this stuff. You can't unsee this. Brother Kubri said, I'm listening to white people and Christians. Brother, I don't listen to nobody. I don't believe nobody. I do research. And guess what? Even a kid knows chopping off your penis is wrong. Would you chop your own penis off? And if you say you would, you know what? You a sick dude, bruh. You sick. If you would chop your own penis off, you are sick. And I'm not getting on you, brother. I'm telling you, the Torah's going east and west. Choose which side you're going to get on, or you're going to have to suffer the consequence. That's what I'm telling you, brother.
World, you referred to that. I have a slide. I think I have a slide. Yeah, I have a slide. I'll bring it up, but I had a slide. I have a slide with all the names on it. Hebrew, because it came from the Hebrews. Okay, and he showed you the quote from the Jewish man who said that what circumcision really is, it's a replacement for child sacrifice.
Do you hear that? Nobody got to tell. You know what's a shame? It's a shame that we need somebody to tell us chopping off your penis is not a good thing. Why would we even think that chopping our penis is good? Oh, I forgot. Because it's written in the Torah. That's why. So ignore your brain. Ignore the pain. Ignore the blood and the torture and the gore of grown men who do this and little babies. Ignore the torture. Ignore the blood. Ignore the penis skin and the blood. Ignore it all because it's in the Torah. So whatever the Torah says, even though our enemies had the Torah for a long time, but whatever it says, who cares? Just believe it. No problem. You're going to have to make a decision. If you don't, that's the decision too.
So many of us who have been circumcised unknowingly to our parents, who didn't know any better. And for some of us, who have also had our children go through this, we were taking part unknowingly to a child sacrifice
And
under
this,
Judaism.
do you hear this? And this dude talking ain't no white person. And guess what? Even if he was a so-called white person, these so-called white people know way more about the Bible, way more about real history than a lot of Negroes ever could. They know you like a book. These people been studying you since you were a baby. These people know way more about you than you know about yourself. That's why they knew chop their penis off when they're a baby. That way we can lessen the threat of them in all ways. You don't even know what that did to you, bro.
And we're marked. That scar is with us permanently. All right, let me go ahead and play this again. Now he's getting into the procedure, what takes place when a child is circumcised. Okay, right, let's go.
Committed to the old position. And as a matter of fact, before we even had our first meeting, he said, I ain't gonna change my mind.
So, how do we do a circumcision? The next bits are going to be the most graphic. This is a circumcision restraint. They strap the baby down to it, and then they proceed with the procedure, which I'm going to
Also known as a damn torture device. Yeah, this is real godly stuff right here. Yep. Child sacrifice, child torture is what this is.
show you a short video of. This is going to include sound, if I hooked it up correctly. And again, you're welcome to not look at it. I find this uncomfortable.
Y'all hear that shit? You niggas out there think that this is good. You some sick niggas out there. Look at this. Yeah, you see this shit? This fucking demonic shit. But you still think I'm getting this from white folk. This is reality. Look at this. Chopping his damn penis up. Y'all,
Okay.
you see the fucking scissors right there chopping his
family.
Man,
This is
some
what
sick
you
ass
go through
shit.
now. As a parent who's had two children, I'm talking about Nicole and I, but many of you who've had children as well. And when they're little babies, you can tell the difference between, we know all about the, waking up in the middle of the night, they want something to eat or they want to be held or whatever. And you could tell the difference in the cry and the intensity of the cry.
Family, this is some sick ass shit. And any nigga out there still trying to justify this, you know what? You sick. The Most High hasn't woken you up yet. Let me read this first. Melissa Israel says, and how isn't it that Israel would know you are circumcised? They would inspect you naked. See, here's the thing. See, a lot of Negroes ain't ready for this. That's why they tell you don't read this, don't read that. The Apocrypha gives you the scoop. The Apocrypha, the Book of Maccabees tells you that these so-called Jewish people, they like to do all their sports and a lot of their activities butt-ass naked. So it will be easy for them to look at another man's penis and see if you've been circumcised. This is not coming from the real Hebrews. This is that other God in the Torah that most of y'all are scared to face. You're scared to admit it. I'm going to read it again. Minister Israel says, and how isn't it that Israel would know you are circumcised? They would inspect you naked when you read the Apocrypha. Family, that's where the word and the term gym comes from. Gymnasium. That means naked competition. These damn, Jewish people used to do Olympics ass naked. All kind of sporting events ass naked. So yeah, they can look at your penis. And you know what they was doing more than looking. These people are perverts, period. And I don't need like this guy said, Christian or white people to tell me, I got a penis. I know if anybody comes near my penis with a knife, I'm knocking them the hell out. Or I might do something worse. I ain't gonna lie. I wish somebody would come near my penis with a knife. Only the Most High will be able to help them, I tell you that. And I don't need nobody to tell me that that's evil. Any nigga with a penis knows it's evil. But you know what? You'll justify it because somehow cutting off your penis pleases God. That's hogwash. Y'all better wake up and choose a side. Choose what side of the Torah you standing on, or you know what you're going to get. Bill Thomas says, why are we so focused on who is giving the valid message? Are we receiving the message? Absolutely not, brother. Brothers can't receive it. He wants to talk about Christians and white folks instead of dealing with the fact that many of us have had our penis sacrificed to the penis god, the blood god, the demon god. King David says they hate the truth and abuse anyone who questions anything. They got a spirit on them like we wrote the book. Exactly. Exactly. I'm telling y'all, y'all better snap out of it. You better recognize the Torah going east and west and choose what side you on. Just like in the days of Uncle Moses when he came down the mountain, he told you, whoever was with the Lord, get on his side. Whoever wasn't, go to the other side, and then you're going to watch the Most High do what he do.
If it's like they crying and there is a hungry crying, usually the parents are like, oh, who gonna get them next? Okay, who we got? You just kind of take your time and go. But when they start crying where it's an emergency, it's something to the tenor of their cry that you don't know how you got to their room, but you got there. You done jumped over so many things to get there, but you got there because you could tell something is way wrong. And it's an instinct that's in us as parents that we know the difference. They may not be able to talk our language yet. They may not be able to do that. But even in the cry, the tenor of their cry, back to the frequency thing again, we can tell something is off, way off. And see, this demonic medical system, they know this. This is why for our child, what they did, and I'm sure for those of you who've had sons as well, what did they do? They didn't do it in front of you. They take them off, way off into some other room. You never hear any of this.
Do you hear this? Do you hear this? They're not going to sacrifice your son's penis right in front of your face because you might beat the shit out of them. Or you might even put their ass to death. Because they are attacking your child when they do that. That's child torture. That's child attack. That's felony child abuse, even if you're a grown man. That is a physical attack on you. In my book, that's attempted murder. Somebody coming at your genitals with a knife. I don't care what part of my penis it is.
And they just do what they need to do. Because they know if they were to do it within where you were in proximity and you heard it, you will be tearing, that whole hospital will be burnt down, but you'll be walking out there with your child. So this is what you're seeing. This is what this happens every day. Every day. They do this.
Bia Lynn said that's how they did mine. Family, that's how they did a lot of us, family. Took our children away from us and then they mutilated their penis, family. And God knows what else they did. We don't know.
And this is, again, a Jewish ritual.
Bring it out.
Right? Let's go on. Let them talk now.
Okay, so I want to encourage you to take a deep breath. If you're having trouble breathing, like I have, during that. And some things I think to notice are the sort of calm detachment of the physician's voice. So the physician is not at all distressed by it.
I love this right here. Cool Breeze. The person who's teaching this is a Christian Messianic who wants to invalidate the scripture, yet believes that idol, while pulling up sources brought out by Gentile heathens. Well, look, you want to chop your penis off, you go right ahead. And you know what? I also know, hey, bro, it's a lot of stuff that you don't know. I know that for a fact because I see some of the comments you make. I know it's a lot of stuff you don't know. I know it's a whole lot of stuff you don't know. I can tell by the comments you make. And I'm not picking on you, but you saying crazy, you talking crazy, and I know you don't know nothing. And I'm sure you probably believe in animal sacrifice too, don't you? I'm just curious. I'm sure you probably believe in animal sacrifice. And one thing you do, like I said, I'm not picking on you, but you saying these things, you saying a lot of crazy things. You're saying a lot of crazy things, brother. I'm not picking on you, but you got to understand what's going on, bro. You have to understand what's going on. King David says, even mammals keep their skin, and we like mammals to a degree. Like the dog, lion, and etc. got the red part. their PP that come out for sex, other than that, is protected. Just like us, came for sex and etc. Exactly. But some kind of way, because it's written in a book, you're going to chop your penis off and you're going to say it's okay. And your enemies know that. Our enemies can tell us, our enemies could have wrote in the Torah, once a month, drink Clorox bleach. And I guarantee you, it'll be Hebrew Israelites out there who say, we got to drink this bleach. It's written in the Torah. I guarantee you. I know how Hebrews are. We don't question none. It's written in the book. That's it. Cool Breeze says, sounds legitimate. This is very legitimate, Cool Breeze. Hey, Cool Breeze, you ought not be chopping off your penis, brother. That is satanic, brother. Yes, the animals were born just like the Most High created them. You were born with your cock or your penis covered and protected. That's the way your penis is supposed to be. But instead, they want to harm you. They want to fully expose your penis. This is satanic. And also, Cool Breeze, go back and watch the first part. This is the second part of this reaction video. We did the first part like 2 days ago. Go back and watch that last part. I mean, the first part.
And the way the baby's crying, I hear the babies crying as the way I hear babies cry when they're in extreme duress, not, I'm hungry.
Currently, the benefit to risk ratio of certain.
Okay, so that's that part there. Okay, so now let me scroll on to 44-minute mark here.
Oh, and by the way, Cool Breeze, this brother talking right now, this brother is not a Messianic, just to let you know. But even if he was, if he's saying something true, he's saying something true. I don't care if it's an alcoholic wino in the alley. If he says something true, he says something true. Period. There's a guy on YouTube named the Minister of Wellness. This dude is a Messianic. He's wrong about the JC thing, but all of the health stuff he's teaching, he 100% correct. Stop throwing the baby out with the bathwater, y'all. If somebody says something that is true, it doesn't matter who they are, where they're from. If it's true, it's true.
And in one of these videos, he talks about, they
talking about because she does this every day.
At what point did you start to realize that this was something the doctor had done rather than something he was born with?
Yesterday.
Hebrews, we back. As you can see, these devils don't like this coming out. Hey, look, family, y'all noticed what this was, right? I'm connected to Wi-Fi, but some kind of way, all of a sudden, it just disconnected me from Wi-Fi. You know why? Family, they only do that when real shit is coming out. You are not to top off your damn penis, period. And these damn devils know it, and they don't want me telling you that. You know why? Because they need the skin from your penis. They need the blood from your penis so they can sacrifice all of that to their gods. They do not like me sharing this video, family. How the hell I'm just going to get disconnected from the Wi-Fi all of a sudden? And I had to work vigorously to hurry up and figure out how to get this back on before you guys ran off, because that's what they want. They want to discourage me from bringing this out, and they want to discourage you guys from watching because they want your penis skin, and they want the blood from your penis, and they want the blood from your son's penis and his penis skin as well, so they can put it in your clothes, put it in your food, put it on their altars, and do whatever the hell these damn devils want to do with your penis. Melissa Yisrael says, they hate us bringing out truth. Yeah, they do. Bill Thomas says they will try and demonetize this live. Oh, hell yeah. Hell yeah. And y'all, they doing everything they can to stop this truth from coming out, but it ain't going to work. I'm glad they doing this, though. That's why I like going live, so y'all can see this in live action, what they doing. King David says, I feel like when you get blood work in ETC, they keep y'all blood and the shapeshifters, serpents keep it and drink it to feed themselves. Hey, King David, I ain't never even thought about nothing like that, bruh. Oh, snap. Hey, bruh. That's a good question, bruh. What the hell do they do? Hey, fam. Hey, yo. What the hell do they do with all that blood? Hey, bruh. Hey, King David, you might be on to something, bruh. Hebrews, hit the like button if you haven't already. Share this video with somebody. Subscribe to this channel if you're not subscribed. Don't be scared, Hebrews. Bill Thomas says, oh, that's deep. Yes, brother. Family, you're going to find out everything that we're talking about over here on this channel is deep. That's why people going to constantly tell you, don't read this, don't read that, don't look here, don't look there, bump the signs, don't read the sign. People are going to tell you, no, 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 just believe whatever's written. Acting like you don't know that your enemies had the Torah. Acting like your enemies don't know you better than you know yourself. Acting like these people didn't add stuff and take stuff out. God warned you that they were going to do this. He told you that he hides himself and he hides information, but somehow we still think that we just to read everything and just trust it because it's written. That's why we want to chop our penises off right there. Melissa Israel says, I don't give blood for that very reason. Damn. Hey, y'all making me think. I've never even, family, my mind never even went down that road. Y'all see how deep the rabbit hole goes, though? See, that's why people don't want to start thinking deep. Because once you think and you start asking questions, once you get answers, they lead to more questions, and people are scared to death of that. Melissa Israel says, and that's why there are different blood types. Family, once again, this is why I like going live, family. Y'all be bringing the heat in this live section. Hit the like button, Hebrews.
And isn't it wrong all along what I knew yesterday when I was watching the speakers during Marilyn, she was showing these slides. I saw my son's penis on there, concealed penis, and she said that it was a botched circumcision.
What happens here is either the doctor has removed too much tissue of the foreskin.
And that's when I realized what had happened, and it was a really hard day for me.
You heard what she said? The doctor took off too much of his penis skin. Understand this. Any of your penis skin is too much, but the doctor went way overboard. And you think that only happened one time? Any cut on your penis is a mangled penis, period.
I haven't had a day that hard in a long time. I realized that I did something to my son I shouldn't have done. Some men feel like it is as bad as being raped.
Do you hear that? It's worse than being raped. And I'm not slighting being raped, but at least when a woman gets raped, she still has a vagina. You chopping off part of your penis is worse than being raped. Look how sad this lady is.
I've done that to my son.
Did that to her son.
What if he feels that way one day?
Uh-huh. Yep. You see this? But this is of God, though, huh? You see this? But this is godly behavior. Whacking off the penis of a child. But it's of the Lord. The Lord wants his penis. The Lord wants his penis, bloody penis skin, huh? You better go back to the drawing board, Hebrew. Anybody out there that think God wants you to hurt your child, to abuse your child. In case you didn't know, mutilating a penis is child abuse. King David says, I notice every time we start going back to the beginning, what the Most High said, Hebrews get mad first. It was the sign. They was mad. Now the eating, they mad. Now the opposite speak. The Most High don't approve. Yep. Y'all going to find out. This is why people don't want to go back. I'm telling y'all, I don't give a damn. I'm going back. I got to get to the bottom of the truth. And I prefer, I need to do that before I die, not after. Because after you die, we all gonna get the truth after we die. I need to know it now. Melissa. One second, Hebrew. Give me 1 second, Hebrew. Y'all see they keep trying to cut this joint though, right? It ain't gonna happen though. Y'all, they don't like what we talking about, fam. They don't like what we talking about around here. Hebrews, y'all see how angry they are? Do y'all see how angry they are, Hebrews? Hit that like button, Hebrew. Hit that like button. Hit the like button, Hebrew. Subscribe to the channel if you're not. Let me read some of these comments. You know what? We all probably gonna watch another 10, 15 minutes because they're gonna keep on doing this, y'all. Bill Thomas says at Melissa Israel and at King David, y'all may be onto something there. That's very deep talk. They aren't ready for that kind of talk. Mr. Real Talk may need a Patreon for that. Laughing my A off. Melissa Israel says again, and Melissa Israel, they don't want y'all hearing this. King David says at Bill Thomas, yeah, I'm putting things together. I still respect. We all agree it's the Most High only and his laws. That's perfect. But outside of that, they get super angry at a high rate once we go back to the start. Exactly, family. And you would think that it wouldn't be like that. The scripture tell us, consider the days of old. Remember the days of old. Seek the old ways. It can't get no older than Genesis, y'all. Not coming out of the Torah. Bill Lynn says, yep, they are going to keep doing so we can give up on learning it. Yep. They want you to just say, man, forget that nigga real talk. Just bring your kids up here and hack their penises off and give us their bloody penis skin. That's what they want. Bill Thomas says, say it with me. The upper room. Oh, Bill Thomas, that was a good one. Brother J. Middle says 100 strong. Family, we probably got a couple of more minutes and then we're going to have to go because I see they're not going to stop doing this. Look how sad this lady is after they mutilated her son's penis and they went too far and really tore his penis up. Melissa Israel says something else. If a woman is pregnant with a baby whose blood is negative and hers is positive, her body attacks the fetus as foreign. They give the mother shots till that baby is born. Y'all see that? Family, these people are demonic. These are the people who run planet Earth. Period. Lynn, it looks like the Cookie Monster emoji. Hey, y'all, this is out of hand, family. That lady is distraught because they went way too far on her son's penis. Lynn says at Mr. Real Talk. Family, they went way too far on her son's penis, and now she regrets that she handed her child over to be tortured.
How could I have done that to my son? What if he feels that way one day? I didn't have the right to do that to him. And I didn't know until I went to the No Circ conference yesterday.
Yeah, some of these are disturbing, but until we really see what circumcision is and its impact upon humans, while these things may not happen very often, if it's you, it's significant.
There's not a single state in the U.S.
And then let me scroll to I have another story, just a very short one here. This is at 102. Yeah, this young man, he was just talking about his experience with it. This woman here, she was she's just sharing the same thing. When she heard that scream, she said it just completely she was like, that's it, I'm done. Okay, all right.
King David says, yeah, then say you need baby milk. Your baby will be too skinny when babies on breast milk be the strongest and slim to none of getting sick. They hate the natural ways of the Most High world, giving to Lucifer. Facts, King David. And that's what all of this stuff is made to do, to get us off of the old ways and to get us doing everything new. King David says, for rent and that eviction letter been placed, they're about to get kicked out with their followers. Facts, King David.
Maybe we shouldn't do this to our child. That's pretty barbaric.
When my mother took me and we were walking into this home, this long and dark hallway, it was the strangest feeling I had. It's like I felt chills all over my body. I felt cold. And I knew something bad was going to happen.
You hear that?
And I asked my mother where she was taking me, and she said, getting you gifts, and it's time to become a woman. And then I saw a young girl who was being taken out of one of the rooms. Maybe she was 7, I'm not sure, who couldn't even cry because her voice was stuck inside. And unless I knew, I just knew that I'm going to be one of those girls. In Europe, I was like, never happened to this, all these women know. So I started investigating and realizing that we have to speak against it. So I felt like I have to use my own private pain, my own wound.
And you know what she's talking about, right? Having her clitoris chopped the hell off, also known as sexual mutilation, sexual abuse, vicious savagery, cutting off genitals. That's demonic and satanic. I don't care who told you to do it.
To heal others. Meryl and I became friends, and she said you should come to my house. So I came here to her house, and she showed me a video. Young boy who was having the circumcision done. She didn't say anything. She just put that tape on.
Look at this shit, yeah.
Same thing I saw myself.
But this is of God, though, huh? This is what God requires you to torture children. That's a part of the covenant now, huh? Child sacrifice, blood sacrifice, penis sacrifice, and child torture. That's a part of the God's covenant, huh? And I don't care who don't like this. I'm not hiding this. You can dress it up, try to justify all you want. This is inhumane and it's satanic and it's abuse. This is a dark satanic ritual. Sex magic, black magic, all of that. Bill Thomas, it looked like he got the baby crib emoji. For all of you sick people out there who think that it's godly to chop off your son's penis, you guys still got the bloodlust on you. You can't see it.
The way they tied her wrists and legs tiny on that table. On the cry. I was there already when I was walking to that hallway, sitting or laying down on that table. That pain, it was me crying. And then when I saw what he was doing, the doctor, how he was pushing things up and cutting the poor skin, I lost it. I just was like,
this is torture.
How can in America we keep fighting about the rights of girls and we're not saying anything about this? I don't like anyone hurting a child, so I'm against both male and female. I am a human rights worker. Activist. That means all rights of children. I cannot select one.
If you don't care about chopping your penis off, at least care about the children.
So this is the section on the child. The procedure for the child, will run through what the procedure looks like. That's probably the most graphic section, along with the complications. And what I want you to think about is, it's oftentimes talked about from the parent's perspective. Parents have a right to choose. I want you to question that discourse and think about what's the child's point of view. Who owns the child's body? What rights do they have? Why are we doing it to boys and not girls? What's that say about our view of gender? And so on. So, this slide shows 3 different representations of people in the genital cutting process. The top left is a young girl being circumcised in a culturally, in her cultural scenario. The top right is a young boy being circumcised in his cultural scenario. And the bottom right is a young infant boy in a hospital. Yes, and what I want you to do is...
All of these cultures are torturing children. All of these cultures believe in blood sacrifice, human sacrifice, and animal sacrifice. That's all this is. Once you see this, you cannot unsee this. You can be a liar. You can be a bloodthirsty nigga if you want to and try to justify this. This is inhumane cruelty and torture to humans. Same thing with animals. In case y'all don't get the picture, it's the same bloody demonic spirit.
Look at their faces. Just look at their faces, because I'm asking you to think about their experience. And to me, it looks like they're having a very similar experience. And yet, in our culture,
Family, they just not gonna stop, family. They're not gonna stop. We're gonna go ahead and wrap it up, family. You guys get the gist of this, right? I'm gonna probably let it play like 5 more minutes. Once this video uploads, I'm gonna leave a link in the comment section where you can go to this channel and watch the last end of it for yourself. But I can see they keep disconnecting me from the Wi-Fi. I wonder why. King David says, borderline voodoo. I see why the Most High was angry like he said. We went after our abominations and ways, saying it was good. Best believe it was more than just idol worship that made the Most High mad. It's deep. Facts. King David says that was just one of the top ones. Facts. Bill Thomas says to be continued. Melissa Israel says Osiris was an Egyptian god who got his penis chopped off with other body parts. Do y'all see this? Do you see this? And of course the Israelites were influenced by the ancient Egyptians. Of course they were. Do y'all see that? Y'all see clearly somebody does not want people talking about this. Family, I've never been live before and my device keeps voluntarily disconnecting me from Wi-Fi. If there's no Wi-Fi connection, how come it allows me to come back on and log back in? They're doing this on purpose, family. I'm going to play this for like another minute or two. Family, if it goes out, then it just goes out. But when the video uploads, I'm going to leave a link to this channel and you guys can check out the last few minutes yourself. But I think you all get the gist. You are not to be chopping off your damn penis. Period.
Male genital.
And anybody who's only watching this live, go back to the very beginning and watch this from the beginning and watch part 1. This is part 2.
Cutting isn't something it's not encouraged, at least in this country, in the United States. It does happen, but on a much, much smaller scale. But nonetheless, you can only imagine it's a very painful procedure. And what you're going to hear a little bit later on is how these procedures are the reason why when they're done to children, infants, it's a belief that children do not feel pain.
That
babies don't feel pain. That's what they believe. These crazy people.
That's how demonic the Gentiles are. What the hell you mean a baby don't feel pain? I see why the Most High is going to take these people out.
Let me see. Explain the procedure. Okay, so this part here now is going to, you saw that part of it. Now they're going to explain what happens psychologically. Now this part is...
Listen to this. This is why I'm so pissed off. Listen to this. I hope we can get through this without them disconnecting us.
Extremely, extremely, extremely important.
Listen to this.
This is extremely...
And tell me, is this of God? Is this of the Most High right here? The psychological effects of having your penis snipped off. I want you Negroes to listen to this and tell me, is this of the Most High? J.R. Meadows says, they said we don't feel pain either. Exactly. First they just say, well, niggas don't feel pain. Black people don't feel pain. Then they just said, to hell with it. Babies don't feel pain. Even though a baby crying his heart out. But these wicked ass people are going to say, a baby don't feel pain. I see why the Most High is going to brutally kill these people. All praises to the Most High.
Important for you to hear.
Listen to this.
Because you need to see the connection. Because see, it's not just...
Hit the like button, family. If you don't understand nothing else, if you don't take nothing else away from this, listen to this. Hit the like button. Share this video. Subscribe to the channel if you're not. And if you feel like hitting the brother with a blessing, I will leave my Cash App in the comment section.
What they did down there. But what was set in motion. And I believe that as we go through this, people are going to be, we're going to see healing come out of this for real. I'm talking about mentally, emotionally. There's healing that's going to take place ultimately. But we got to first understand what are these things.
That's right.
I want you to listen to. You're going to hear some things, what took place. And you got a little hint of it. And I may go back to that clip where the woman was talking earlier. What happens, to your how you process things.
Listen,
when
Hebrew.
Mess around with things down there. So
when they chopped off your penis, this is what happened to you. Listen.
Let me scroll on here. This is 107. Let me go to that. And I know we're going longer than normal, but you know, we're gonna need.
And I know we going longer than normal over here. I know they're gonna try to disconnect us, family. If disconnect us again, I'm gonna do one more reboot, and then that'll be it. But listen good.
To get this, okay? So 107.53. Okay, so let me see. This whole documentary, by the way, these documentaries have a lot of stuff in
shit that they doing? Do y'all see the shit that they doing, family? Keep disconnecting me. I'm just gonna shut my black mouth. I'm not gonna say nothing else. I'm gonna play the rest of this out. The next time this goes out, it goes out, and I'm not gonna come back, family. Pay attention. If anybody's still here, y'all see what they did, though? Do y'all see what they did? They keep on disconnecting me to get you guys out of here so you guys won't see this. Melissa Israel says, seriously, they hate this. Yeah, they do. All right, I'm just going to play this, family. I know most of y'all already left out of here because I've been gone for a while because they keep playing with the stream. But I'm about to be quiet and play this for anybody who's still here. I guess this is meant for you to see this.
Okay, so 107.53. Okay, so let me see. This whole documentary, by the way, these documentaries have a lot of stuff in it. I'm only giving you, trust me, even though it's a lot, trust me, there's a lot more on here than I just don't have because of time. All right, so let me go ahead and play this part here.
There have been a lot of studies on circumcision. Quite a few of them studied pain. Until the mid-'80s, medical doctors generally believed that newborn infants did not feel pain. They were actually doing abdominal surgery on infants as old as 15 months without anesthesia. And what happened was some parents learned about this and complained about it.
A woman on the East Coast had a baby who had open heart surgery without an anesthetic. The mother got in touch with Anand and Hickey, and Anand then did this work. The idea was, do babies feel pain, and could they document whether they did or not? Of course, they did, and it turned out that the younger the baby, the more exquisitely the pain is felt.
When that result was published in 1987, it was concluded that yes, newborn infants can feel pain. I mean, what's amazing about this, again, the baby's crying, but medical doctors are not sensitive to nonverbal responses to pain.
It took the American Academy of Pediatrics for them to acknowledge the pain in babies. About 50% of boys are being anesthetized. That was the latest figure I heard.
Previously, we saw babies don't feel pain. We don't have to use vocal line. Even they scream, but they scream if they're wet, if they're hungry, and so on like that, and they get over it very quickly. So, but now it's standard procedure.
The anesthesia is not always effective, and it doesn't eliminate all the pain.
The topical is the least effective, and the ring block, when it works, is the most effective, but it takes 4 injections into the penis, which hurts.
The procedure is painless. I mean, nowadays, if you see somebody that's a real...
He's a sick one.
Very often the baby sleeps through the procedure.
Well, sometimes infants appear to be sleeping through a circumcision. That's an interpretation of adults.
You hear
What's
this?
actually happening is the baby...
Ain't no baby sleeping while you cutting off his penis. Stop lying.
The only thing they can do. They can't escape physically, so they'll escape psychologically. The idea that infants don't remember pain is another one of those cultural myths.
Yes, the pain can be remembered. There's a study by Taddeo many years ago who looked at the response to immunization.
One group of these babies being vaccinated responded so dramatically to pain. They said, what the heck is this about? And they went to see, what were the differences? Were they breastfed versus bottle fed? Were they held more? No, it was the boys who didn't circumcise that responded hysterically to the vaccination or responded much more dramatically to the pain.
And the investigators explained this by saying this is a result of neurological effects from the circumcision and a symptom of post-traumatic stress disorder.
Do you hear that?
Okay, so right here, what they were talking about, what happens here, now, like I said, this part is very important because what they're explaining here again is that a baby, this is an infant. Okay, so first of all, we heard the screams, right?
But a baby don't feel no pain
like that. That infant was screaming like it was much, much older. But with everything within it, it was screaming. It was like, help. That's basically what that child was screaming. And that's why they separate, the parent. I already went through that. But then they talked about this in this clip here. They talked about how the child can only do one or two things. they're either going to scream and say, help, I need help, or they're just going to say, you know what, there's nothing I can do. I'm just going to lay here.
Do you hear that?
And see, remember what we talked about earlier, what happens, when someone's being sodomized and that imprint that's taking place, right? Neurologically. Well, it's the same thing that's happening here. They're not being sodomized, but the way a child reacts to that, they remember that. It's imprinted because, again, you're dealing with an emotional, a very, 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 very intensive event, trauma. That early in life. The mother's arms is supposed to be the most safest place for a child, not a child with half the skin being ripped off.
Right.
And so what's happening, that trauma, again, that what they call that a crime, what's the Hollywood people are into with the blood and all of that?
Oh, what is that called?
It starts with an A. Someone may know it, but it's a chromonome or something like that. But basically, what it is that they take the blood of children.
Adrenal zone or something like that.
It's something like that, where they take the blood of children that have been, heightened, either mostly through trauma,
through fear and pain,
and they take it and then they do whatever they're going to do with it, whatever they magic and stuff.
Do you hear that?
They're doing the same thing here, family.
This is a part of black magic, sex magic. It's all satanic. It involves blood in your penis. It's evil.
The foreskin that's cut off, they take that and they sell it to the pharmaceutical companies, or that's what they say.
Did you hear that? Do your research. This is not lies. This is real. They don't throw those penis skins away. They do their little blood, satanic, sexual, demonic ritual, and then they go out and sell your penis skins with blood on it to the pharmacy, to the grocery store, and other places.
They don't just toss that in the trash. It's valuable. It's
exactly.
very, very valuable.
But they made you think that it's nothing, just a little piece of your penis. Your penis is valuable. That's an organ, Hebrew. We got to stop being so gullible, y'all. We got to stop defending wickedness just because it's in the Torah. This is wicked. Would you chop off one of your fingers and just say, oh, I got 9 other fingers. It's just one. No, you wouldn't. That's evil. You're not to cut anything on your body, period.
Adrenochrome. Thank you, Carissa.
Thank you, Carissa. Yeah, that's it.
So this child is being, at this juncture, is either going to repress or they just going to fight. One of the two. And so that goes all throughout their childhood and it carries through their adulthood as well.
Do you hear that?
And it has a direct effect, impact, direct correlation between that and self-confidence.
Do you hear this?
The self-confidence of a child. You think about, brothers, some of the times that you've been around in situations where your self-confidence has been, you wonder why your self-confidence was so low. Many cases it ties to this, what took place there, what was imprinted on you.
Abuse.
Okay.
Sexual abuse.
1 second.
Sexual mutilation.
I'm just scrolling through.
Sexual sacrifice. Blood sacrifice. Your bloody penis skin. This is sick, family. And I know somebody gonna try to justify. It's in the Torah. Don't speak against the Torah. Don't speak against child mutilation and child torture. It's in the Torah.
All right, so
you're gonna have to make a decision today, Hebrew.
This is a lot to process, y'all.
You hear it? This is a lot to process. Yes.
And I'm sure, like he said, it'll be multiple weeks on this, and we'll just take it slow. One quick thing as you're going to the next thing, Dwayne. I know for me, so far what I've heard, one thing I'm going to go back and look at. One of the historians, I think he was a historian, I'm not sure, on here, how he said, the historian said that circumcision was added to Genesis 17 in around 500 BC. That he said it was appended to the Bible, and that this was not the original sign of the covenant that the Father made with Abraham.
Now, ain't that funny? Somebody saying that, but we already know. If you know the Torah has been heavily edited, you know that that's an add-on.
To 17. Now that I'm going to look into that. I'm going to look into that. And then he also
question everything, Hebrew.
Said around 200 AD, what they call the rabbinic period, that the Jews did an overhaul of circumcision and decided to cut not the tip of the foreskin, but that whole, like how modern circumcision is done, and how they, even back in 200 AD, they they upped the amount of skin that they removed.
These people are bloodthirsty. Lucifer's children, the serpent
seed. I'm gonna play this. This clip is a lot longer, but maybe I'll just play a little bit of it because I want to jump back because what you had mentioned, we actually played it earlier. But I'm gonna go back to this clip from the other woman in a little bit, and then that's all for the clips, okay? And then we're gonna wrap it up, okay? But let me play a little bit of this. This is talking about the impact, sensory impact on this, okay?
Listen, Hebrew.
Like I said, I've talked with hundreds of, especially doing all this work that I do with parents, I've talked with many who, when they receive their child back, that's the moment at which they understand what they have signed up for. And so there's a problem with informed consent, both that the information is lacking and that parents are sometimes asked about it at an inconvenient moment, like such as when they're in labor, you know. And they're also asked about it in this sort of values neutral way. It's like, you know, would you like a pillow? Would you like a cup of tea? Would you like your child circumcised? You know, it carries the same sort of tone, you know. And I'm concerned about that. So I view us as having this sort of manufacturing pseudo-informed consent process where parents need to trust physicians. They're the people the physicians are supposedly the ones who are bringing in the discipline of medicine. And they come in, but they're given this information that is very cursory. It lacks real information about the complications. Those are trivialized. The foreskin functions are completely omitted. It's not mentioned that it's actually a sexual organ. And
you hear this?
Questions of making decisions about your children's bodies are omitted. And there's also this undeclared conflict of interest. There's really a lot of commercial use of the tissue.
Did you hear that? There's lots of commercial use of the tissue. That's why they want your penis skin. They can make money off of it. After they sacrifice your penis to the penis god, they can turn around and sell your penis skin for a profit. I can't make this up. Hebrews, stop defending this wickedness just because it's in the Torah. This is evil.
The other thing parents don't know.
Okay, so he gets into some other stuff there. Like I said, I'm trying to, cut off some of the things that we don't need to, we can talk about. You can get from the either watching the documentaries yourself, or we'll break it down. Well, next week we'll do more of a breakdown on all of this stuff here. Let me pull this up here real quick here because I want to make sure that I don't forget anything here. Let's see. Let's go back to this. Okay, so I went there. Okay, so again, so you guys remember that that's the slide, with all the people, the Jewish people and what they had to say on it. Okay, that was another one. Okay, this is the one right here. What it's called, the type of the 3 types of circumcisions. Okay, the one is called, this is Hebrew. Okay, the Hebrew language, right? They call it Mila, cutting. Mohel amputates the part of the foreskin that extends over the glands. All right. Periah, or tearing. Moel, or moray. Anyway. Okay, now check this part out. Sheds entire genital mucosa with sharpened fingernails. So they actually use a sharpened fingernail to cut it off.
Do you hear this? Do you hear this?
That's another one. It's called period.
Demonic.
And this last one is called Metzitza.
Look at that.
And you guys have seen, I'm sure, that. I'm
sucking
that. The Moel, the Moray.
sucks on
the
baby's
bleeding
penis.
penis.
I can't make this up. This is why you got a lot of these little Jewish babies being born in their infants and they already got herpes because the rabbis are slicing up their penises and sucking their penises to stop the bleeding. I can't make this up. These people are the devil that the Bible speaks of.
All right.
And they're gay.
That's what they do. All right. So this slide right here, and then we
family, I think you guys have seen enough of this. Although there is more, okay? Because he did a part 2 too. This is just one big long video. We broke it down into 2 parts. If you guys want to see more, if you want to watch more, we can watch more at another time. When this video uploads, you guys come in the comment section and say, we want more. If I get people to come in this video when it uploads in the comment section and says we want more, then we will go to part 2 and we'll watch that together. Family, I made this video to show you you've been lied to about everything. At this point, anyone out there wanting to defend chopping off someone's penis, you have clearly been misled and you haven't gotten the memo. Animal sacrifice is out. Human sacrifice is out. Chopping off your penis is out. Period. If you can't see that now, family, you know what? You're just sick. Yah says the price these demons will have to pay for doing this will be something we can't even imagine. Exactly, Yah saves. And you see how much that they didn't want me to show this to you guys? Family, I've never had so many lives just have me interrupted, kicked off of the Wi-Fi. It happened like what, 3-4 times during this live? Never seen this happen before. That's because these people want your blood. They want your penis. These people are filthy. They're demonic and they're satanic. And at the beginning of this video, I read multiple verses to let you know cutting any part of the body is against God's laws. So why do we have a law in there telling you you got to cut your penis to serve God? Why? Because the Torah has been viciously, heavily edited, and the Torah is going east and west. Today, Hebrew, you're going to have to make a decision. Which one's it going to be? Are you down with shedding innocent blood? Because I assure you, people who are into animal sacrifice, for the most part, all of them are going to say, cut your penis off to please God. But the people who recognize animal sacrifice is wicked, shedding blood of any innocent creature is evil, then how come shedding the innocent blood of an infant from his penis, how come that's not wicked? Oh, I forgot. Because it's written in the Torah. So it got to be good. Torturing a child, it's not really torture, even though we're hacking off the most sensitive part of his body. Nothing wrong with it, but God wants his penis skin to show loyalty and to love, to show that he loves the Most High. The Most High requires that he chop up his penis. You guys still don't see it, huh? If you don't see it, hey, the Most High got you where he got you for whatever his reasons are. Family, if anybody's got anything out of this video, hit the like button, share this video, subscribe to the channel. I'll leave a link to the Cash App if you feel like dropping something. Of course, it's not a requirement, but I'm definitely going to have the ability to receive if somebody wants to look out for a brother. Period. Share this video with somebody, Hebrew. I'm out.